Alrighty folks, today I am going to go over eyeshadow bases, what they do, what the different kinds are, and essentially why you all need them. We're going to start with something that a lot of you will recognize. It's pretty well known, and it's actually what made Urban Decay famous. It's the Urban Decay Primer Potion. And Urban Decay Primer Potion is one of the best. It is the primer that's essentially going to make your eyeshadow last through anything and everything. And it's basically just a pretty great primer. It comes with a little brush right here that you sort of dip, sort of more like a sponge. And essentially what you do is you take the brush, you run it across your eyelid, you sort of blend it out a little bit, and you're basically ready to go with your eyeshadows. It is, like I said, it's clear, completely clear, so it's not going to alter the colors of your eyeshadow. It is going to prevent creasing and fading. The only thing that I find that I don't necessarily like about Urban Decay is that it dries down very, well, dry, and sometimes it can make mattes a little bit difficult to work with because they'll tug and they'll sort of get stuck, because it's kind of, like I said, dry. But all in all, it's a great staple, and I think everybody should have it. And that's Urban Decay Primer Potion. Now moving on, we're going to go to another very, very well-known one, and it's MAC, by MAC, and it's the paint pots. Now, they come in an array of colors. Essentially, it was released, I think, in 2007 as an alternative to MAC paints. And the paint pot is basically a creamy gel that dries down to a powder finish. We have many different colors available. Some of them came out limited edition. For example, with the Fafi collection, we had 6 paint pots. And the paint pots come basically in a matte and a shimmer. The most basic matte one that everybody definitely needs and that I use more often than not would be Painterly. And Painterly is a neutral beige. And the thing I love so much about Painterly is that it does not alter the color of the eyeshadow, because it's essentially the same color as at least my lid, and I'm an NW15 or NW20. I don't know if you could tell that right there, but I basically have it on my hand, and as you can tell, it pretty much blends into my skin. And again, it won't alter the color of my eyeshadows, which I definitely love, and it's a matte, so it's not going to alter, it's not going to play with the light like some shimmery eyeshadow bases can. Moving on to the shimmery kind of base, we have another MAC paint pot. This color is called Artifact. And Artifact is sort of a burgundy purple color. It's got a lot of shimmer to it. I don't know if you could really tell. But again, it's going to come on, this one's going to come on pretty opaque. It's going to give your shadows a sheen. Actually, it looks slightly brown in this particular light. The light in my room is a bit yellow. But that is Artifact. You can tell right there. That's MAC Artifact, and that's a shimmery paint pot. Pretty good if you love purples. Purple colors, browns, bronzes. It makes a great base for all those. Moving on, I am going to show you now this is actually a pretty new product, and they're a pro-only product, also by MAC, and they're called Chromalines. And Chromalines are basically the alternative to the Chroma Cakes, which are water activated, and Chromalines are meant essentially to be used for face painting and for use on the body and the cheeks with precision brushes for drawing designs, basically anything and everything. I believe the only actual eye safe colors would be white, black, and blue. However, me being the daredevil that I am, I tend to use all of them in my eyes, especially the purple. I love the purple. But texture on these is very, very similar to your paint pots or your fluid lines. It's a gel-based cream that dries down to an almost powder-like finish. Here's the white. As you can tell, it's it's white. Deep, opaque white. No color will shine through this one. White's actually one of my favorites out of all the Chromalines, only because you could do so much with white. Any color will literally pop on top of it. And a lot of the times it's so hard to get even white eyeshadow to show up as true white. So as you can see, that's you know, white. No doubt about it. And white is eye safe, so you could definitely use white. Here is green. Have to close these up pretty tight to prevent them from drying out. But there's green. As you can tell, I sort of scoop them out and I travel with them. But green is sort of a grass green color. Same effect, you know, opaque, green. You could sheer it out as much as you want, or you can layer it on for more drama. I actually have all the colors, and I absolutely love them. And those are the MAC Chromalines. Again, if you're looking for an opaque base in primary colors, that's basically the place that you could turn to. Another kind of base, also by MAC, seems that this video is dominated by MAC, would be our Shadesticks. This is actually a shade stick that recently came out with Sugar Sweet collection, and it's butternutty, which is a beige color, very, very basic color, beige with a slight hint of pink to it. And the thing that I love about the Shadesticks is that you could really customize the shape that you create with your eyeshadow. A lot of the times if you're using a brush or you're using your finger with a cream eyeshadow base, you don't have the precision in application. You can't necessarily draw the shape you might want to draw if you want to wing it out, for example, or if you really want to take it into the crease. Sometimes it's a bit difficult if you don't have the right brush. This is just very much no fuss, no muss. You don't need any other tools, you just need the shade stick. And all you do is just draw it across your lid, whatever shape you want to create. This is butternutty, I don't know if you could tell. Most of the finishes on the shade sticks are shimmery. They dry down again to a cream finish. They will give you an iridescence. And like I said, they're just really great for a go-to everyday look. If you want to just slap something on, they make a great base for that. And that is the shade sticks. Moving on to the last type that I actually have access to. I have my Shiseido Hydropowers eyeshadows. And the Shiseido Hydropowers eyeshadows come in a huge range of colors. These are great if you like shimmer and you like sparkle in your eyeshadow base, because these are very, very sparkly. They go on sheer. And the great thing about these is that you can literally just use this and not have to layer anything on top of it. And you'll just have a very, very pretty, soft focus, sheer, sparkly eye. Just putting that on. The colors I actually have here is violet. This one will be violet. It doesn't have a number on it. And I also have gold. There's the violet. That's a swatch right there. And gold I actually use quite often. It's really good if I want my eyeshadows to glide across the eye because they're so shimmery and creamy and sparkly. I don't know if you can tell. It's kind of hard to see the gold because they're so sheer, but the Shiseido Hydropowers, again, are a great eyeshadow base. They're great for shimmer, they're great for sparkle, and they're great to add a little something extra to the look. So those are all the eyeshadow bases that I have personally in my collection. I hope you found this video informative. I hope that you will go check out these things for yourself and make sure that you always use an eyeshadow base, because it just makes your eyeshadow run that extra mile. And that's pretty much it. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and, you know, crazy beauty, over and out. Bye guys.